I'm really interested in attachment theory. I think it's at the forefront of psychology today, and I think it informs us about the way we are in the world and the way we are in relationship, those early attachment experiences that we have with our primary caregiver, and how attuned we are to that primary caregiver really sets the stage for how we will behave in relationship as we grow up and then as an adult in romantic relationships. So I'm really interested in that, and how therapists can help people heal anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, where they've had broken relationships and they really want to get healthy in that area. So attachment theory is definitely my area of interest. There's actually three different types of it. Well, there's 4 different types of attachment. 3 of them are the more common. So we have secure attachment, which is about 50% of the population. And then insecure attachment, the other 50%. There's 3 different categories that people tend to fall into. So there's anxious attachment, where people show up in relationship as really needing a lot of reassurance in the relationship, fairly anxious, quite needy. And then there's avoidant attachment, where people really struggle with any kind of intimacy and tend to avoid that within a relationship and struggle with commitment. And then a much smaller percentage of people have disorganized attachment, which often comes from maltreatment and abuse when they are really young. And so that can show up in a number of ways in relationship, but it's the most unhealthy and difficult type that there is. I do both couples and family work as well. So I really like looking at the family system and how that has affected people. And attachment always comes into that, right? Because our early experiences really inform who we are. And there's kind of a little bit of a stigma attached to therapy, where people think, oh gosh, I don't want to have to go back to my childhood. I don't want to have to go through all of that. Can we just stick with what's going on right now? But I find that if you don't look at the origins of where issues stem, it's really difficult to understand a person and for them to understand themselves, because pretty much all of our issues do stem from those childhood experiences.